Hey guys, welcome back to my Nottingham Forest Return to Glory career mode. This is the beginning of Season 2. Cannot wait to get this started. We've got a bunch of new players already in the squad because obviously we signed them on pre-contracts. We've got a pre-season tournament coming up soon. And of course, we're in the Premier League. It's going to be awesome to start playing Premier League teams week in, week out. So first of all, I guess I should show you who we have in the pre-season tournament. So we're playing in the European International Cup with Cordoba, Real Zaragoza and Stuttgart as well. So relatively difficult group for us. I'd say we're all on the same level roughly. Maybe second favourites, something like that. I don't really know, to be honest. It should be interesting to see how we get on. We need to win as much money as possible because if I show you here, as you saw from the last episode, our budget, it's pretty poor, to be honest. £4.74 million and only 47,000 per week. I was expecting it to be quite a lot more, to be honest. Another thing we're going to do in this video, of course, is go through our objectives as well. As you can see right now, we are 97. It's already gone down by 1. And I've only selected a pre-season tournament. That's all I've done so far, so I don't know why my popularity rating has gone down by 1. But obviously, keeping it above 90, I think is going to be impossible this season. I think if I can keep it around that 70 mark, maybe 80, that would be really, really good. Now, let's jump into the squad. Here you can see is the first team at the moment. You'll see a couple of new names in there. So let's jump in. We do, of course, have Plata out on the left wing. One of the shortest players in the game, 5'2". I cannot wait to see what it's like playing with such a midget. Not really a midget. Sorry if you're a midget watching this and you're offended. We've also got Luna at left back. I'm really, really happy with this signing. We got him pretty cheap, only 20,000 per week. And of course, we signed him for free. 26 years old, plenty of experience, 76 rated. And more importantly, can play in multiple positions down that left side. I am thinking of possibly changing to a 3 at the back formation for the Premier League season. If we drop to the bench, we've got a couple of players that you might not recognise. We've got Konate there. He has also joined on a pre-contract. He looks like a steal. 76 rated, really, really quick. We've also got Yates back from his loan. And you'll probably realise that midfield-wise, we're looking a little bit weak at the moment. We've, of course, lost Shibola. We lost Vaughan. There's a couple of players that maybe we need to bring in those positions. So Cohen and Yates at the moment are our backup centre mids. And then on the bench, on the reserves I should say, we've got 3 goalkeepers because Lieli joined, or Lili. I will learn how to pronounce that. Texera doesn't make it into the team at the moment. Pinalos drops as well. Mancien. We've still got a bunch of really good reserve players. But this is the first team. And it's looking really strong. Everyone is 71 rated or more. But, as I've already mentioned, we need to bring in, I would say, at least 2 centre midfielders. Maybe a CDM instead of 1 centre midfielder. So maybe a CDM, a centre midfielder, and maybe a cam. I'm not sure yet. We will just have to look and see who is available. Now, I've already had a look around, and these are the 2 players I'm most interested in at the moment. So we've got Pablo Galdamez. I believe he's from Chile. Yes, he is from Chile. 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Obviously not too important having the skills on a centre midfielder. But this guy, he's going to be like a Kante to me. And I would absolutely love to get this guy in the team with the high work rates. He's quick. He's got really high stamina. And he does actually play like Kante. I've used him before. We've also got Orbelin Pineda here. I think he's from Mexico. Yes, very similar to what's his name? Galdamez. Very, very similar. Although this guy is a lot quicker. He's a little bit shorter. He's 5'6". He doesn't have the 4-star skills or 4-star weak foot. But again, not too worried about the skill moves. More worried about the weak foot, to be honest. But this guy can play at centre midfield, centre attacking midfield, and also centre defensive midfielder. Although he's got the high medium work rates, which I'm not too keen on. And I know for a fact this guy is higher rated and he's going to be a lot more expensive. So what we're going to do is scout these players completely till we get their stats. He's showing great potential, and I believe Galdamez is as well. So, you know, we're looking at mid-80s as a potential, maybe 83 to 85, something like that. We'll scout them, and then we'll see how much we would need to pay for them. I think what we're going to do is get the pre-season tournament out of the way first, do a bunch of training, and then we'll make some offers. So now let's quickly go through the objectives. As you can see here, within 3 seasons, increase the club worth by 100%. That's quite a lot, if I'm honest. But we've got 3 seasons to do it, so that is a long-term objective for sure. Finished the season with £2.5 million unspent. At the moment, we've got 7.1 total. That combines the wages and the transfer budget as well. So at the moment, with 7 million, we are looking to spend probably most of that. So it might not be an objective that I actually complete this season. And also, I'm guessing this is also a long-term objective. In the Europa League, they want me to reach the knockout stage. Obviously, I would love to win that competition and then maybe go on to win the Champions League as well. Youth development, again, I'm not too sure this is a priority for me. It is a medium priority according to the board, but signing youth players at this point would be, I think, actually a bad idea. It would take too long for them to reach the potential. I need to be signing players that are, I would say, 72, maybe even 73 plus. Brand exposure, sell out at least 85 attendance in at least 50% of league home games, so that should be easy to do. Financial is our most important goal here. We need to finish the season with 2.5 million, like I said, and long term, within 3 seasons, increase the club worth by 100%. So those are the main priority for us right now. Although personally, I don't think I care too much. It's just the manager rating. As long as you don't get fired, who actually cares? Domestic success, of course, is just to avoid relegation. I'm looking for mid-table. That's what I'm looking to get. And in the FA Cup, reach round of 32. Long term is within 2 seasons in the Premier League, finish mid-table. So I'm hoping to do that within 1 season. And of course, continental success is going to be very low because we're not in the Europa League right now. But that will be in the short term. Wait, what? In the Euro League, reach knockout? Oh, hang on, I've got this wrong. So that actually could be achievable this season. So that's kind of cool to know. But yeah, let's get through the pre-season tournament, and also we'll get some training underway. So this is what I'm going to start off with. I think it's vital that both our centre-backs grow as quick as possible. Worrell and Van Drongelen nowhere near Premier League level right now, so hopefully they can grow quickly. Also, Geraldes comes in with some chance creation because I think he's going to be vital. We need to get goals with him as well as assists. So, do we get off to a good start? C, D, B, C, A. Not too bad. Geraldes should hit 80 this season, I'm hoping. And already we're getting a few transfer offers. So we've got Arayibi and Henderson. Interestingly enough, Henderson is not someone that I have transfer listed. I'm looking to sell Stojkovic instead of whatever his name is. So I'm actually going to go ahead and reject this. I do want Henderson as my backup goalkeeper and Miguel as my third goalkeeper. Arayibi is one of my better players as well. So I'm not really looking to sell too many players this season. I'm actually looking to hold on to them and bring in a couple of faces. So that's the idea. Now, we've got our first game coming up. Let's see if we get any more transfer offers before that. No. Okay, so Zaragoza, we're obviously going to simulate that game. We're at home using the first team. Plata making his debut, as well as Luna and Lili. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. We get a 1-0 win. No injuries, no red cards, perfect. Now we have Stuttgart. I'm actually going to use the second team. I don't want to risk getting an injury. And to be honest, my second team is just as strong as my first team at the moment. We've got so many great players now. So let's see if we can beat them. Technically, it's away from home. No. I had a feeling we'd lose this one, but that's okay. We'll take the loss. We can still probably go through in second place because Stuttgart have won both their games so far. So now into the next game. I think we're going to need 3 points to progress through to the semi-finals. Oh my God, we got it all right. 5-0, and our new signing, Plata, has got a hat-trick. Look at that. Worrell and Arayibi as well. That is an absolute demolition. And just like that, guys, we've added £1 million to the budget. That is going to help us massively when it comes to signing one of those centre midfielders. I think they're going to be quite expensive. But now we have Freiburg in the semi-final. We get another transfer offer. This time it's for Traore. Okay, I'm not looking to hold on to this guy. But am I looking to get a bit more money? He's 27, so he's still got, I would say, at least 5 years left in him. But obviously he's not going to grow. Is he worth more? I think I might try just one counter offer. I might go with just 1 million and see if they accept that. Because every little helps in this type of situation where I need every bit of money I can get. Into the semi-final now, Freiburg at home. Technically it's not, I guess, but let's see if we get the win. We do just about through on penalties, but we do have an injury. God, I really hope that's not a bad one. Oh, thankfully it's just a week. He will not be fit for the final, but the good news is we're in the final and we've won ourselves a little bit more money, £1.275 million. Who are we going to be playing in the final, though? That's the question. We've got Stuttgart. Okay, they beat us. and they are technically the home team again. Don't forget, in FIFA, the home team has much more good odds, I would say, of winning a game against you. But anyway, we'll get into some training first. Hopefully we'll see some growth on either our centre-backs or Geraldes maybe. Yes, look at that. Van Drongelen up to 72 already. A bunch of his physical stats there going up. And finally, Leeds have got back to me, and they are offering 875,000. Do you know what? I can't be bothered to negotiate. I don't want to wait for another team to come in for him. I want to get rid of him as soon as we can. Even if it means I've lost out on potentially like 100k, it does mean we can make a signing a lot quicker because we're going to have extra funds for us. But here we go, guys. The final of the pre-season tournament against Stuttgart. So I made a bit of a mistake using the first team in the semi-final. It does mean we've got to use the second team in the final. And I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, we've lost 2-0. Oh, that sucks. Okay, fair enough. Stuttgart beat us twice. Clearly the better side. And we are going to be knocked out in the final. So we're going to lose out on an extra £1 million. But we must move on. Oh, and look at that. Down to 93 manager rating. Just like that. That kind of sucks. Right, so let's advance. Let's get the scout reports back on the two midfielders and make some offers. We're also... Oh, look at that. I think that's Traore being sold to Leeds. Are we going to get any more transfer offers? We are. And it's Ben Brereton. We're not using him. I know a lot of people think he's going to be the future of Nottingham Forest or whatever Premier League side he moves to, I should say. So I think, guys, I'm going to have to be honest and say I'm not going to be using him. I've already got a few strikers that I would rather be using at this point. I am actually going to go ahead and sell him. I do apologise if you really think he's worth keeping. Personally, I don't think he is. So I'm going to go with his value, 475,000. I could probably get a little bit more, but we're not talking millions, are we? So we'll go ahead and do that. Do a bit more training. Let's see if we can get Worrell up to 72. That would be nice. Maybe Geraldes up to 77. No, unfortunately not. But he's done well there with a C and an A. Van Drongelen almost halfway to 73 already. Are we going to get any scout reports back? Down to 92 now. What? Are you kidding me? Look at that. Arsenal predicted finish, 7th. We get an offer for Perquis. Again, I'm not even going to bother counter-offering. He's 33 years old. He's unhappy. Let's just let him go. It's going to give us more wages to work with. I think that's definitely a move I need to just go with. And we get another transfer offer, this time for Velios. It's Leeds again. Okay, can I rip Leeds off a little bit here? Maybe go in with a £2.5 million. Probably not, but to be honest, I want to keep hold of Velios. I might include him in a deal because he might be worth a little bit more than his value in terms of a player plus cash deal. Bradford City, they are offering 400,000 for Ben. Okay, I'm just going to accept it. I need the wages. Seeing as we've got the scout reports back, I can make those offers now. Get them into the team as soon as possible. So let's go and have a look and see exactly what ratings they are. Jump over to the shortlist. We have 74 rated Galdamez, still very, very decent, and 77 rated Pineda. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an offer for Galdamez. I am going to go with... Okay, so we need roughly 6 million value. I'm going to put Velios in there. He's worth 1.7. And I'm going to throw in 3.5. 3.5 million pounds. I think that's a good offer. Any less than that, I really doubt they would even take it under consideration. Now with Pineda, I don't think I want him as much as I want Galdamez just because he'll be cheaper and he does the same thing. I think Pineda's actually got a worse potential. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Galdamez has a higher potential anyway. And we're looking at 10 million. That's a lot of money. All right, I'm going to have to offer one of my better players for this. There is one player that I'm not planning on using, and that is Teixeira. He doesn't really fit into the style of play I have. He's not particularly quick. He's good at cam, but I've got Geraldes there. I've got Clough there. So let's try it out. It doesn't mean I'm going to sell him, but maybe it could work out for us. And I'll offer £5 million. Who knows? They might accept it. Okay, this is interesting. I wasn't expecting to get anything back from Leeds other than saying they do not think he's worth that much. But they've actually offered 2.1 million. So I'm going to keep that for now. We've got a couple of days to make a decision. But obviously Velios is included in the deal. Oh, damn it. Okay. They want 6.6 million plus Velios. Okay. So it looks like we are going for this guy. Unfortunately, Velios wasn't enough in this case. Let's go up to 4.5. and try that out. But that means I'm not going to accept the deal from Leeds. Brereton's gone. Leeds, I'm sorry guys, I'm really sorry. It's a very generous offer, but I am going to go ahead and reject it because he will be included in the other deal. It seems like they're interested, so that's all that matters. And they were not interested in Texera, so fair enough. Let's keep going here. Transfer offer for Mustafa Correal. I used him a little bit last season. Wasn't too impressed with him. He's got poor stamina. Gets tired very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and accept it because it's a nice amount of money. But more importantly, his wages are pretty high. So we'll go ahead and let him go. These are the kind of players that I just don't need, especially with Plata coming in. If we're keeping Texera, it doesn't make sense to keep hold of Correal. He's never going to be Premier League quality. And now into training, Worrell has gone up to 72. That's good news. And we've got a couple of emails waiting. Yes, they have accepted. So £4.5 million plus Velios. I think that's pretty okay, to be honest. And we've got a youth squad report. So all of these players look really good. We've got Joel Cox, 57 rated, between 79 and 87 potential. 74 to 88 and 80 to 90. So Sepulveda looks pretty decent. I don't know what his work rates and skill moves are going to be. Probably really bad, knowing my luck. And to be honest, I think I might bring in Joel Cox just because we do need a centre midfielder. But not yet. I'm not going to do that just yet. So let's go ahead and offer a contract. Wow, his wages are so low. That is brilliant. So $6,000 per week. Crucial first team player for 4 years. Let's hope he accepts the deal. He goes straight into the team, probably ahead of Osborne if I'm honest. I prefer Cash over Osborne, and I definitely need a new centre midfielder. Oh, the manager rating's not green anymore. Oh, that is upsetting. Okay, so they've got a 6 million offer for Galdamez. We need to wrap this deal up fast, and player sold. Correal has gone. So let's hope that he accepts this contract really quick. Otherwise, we're going to miss out on him, which I'd be quite upset about. He looks really good. 6 million from Norwich as well. Pereira wants more money. Okay, we will sort that out soon, mate. I promise. Just waiting for this deal to go through. I'm a little bit worried now, actually. Please, 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 please. Yes, there we go. We've got our man, guys. First signing of the window. And we've got tons of money left over after selling a bunch of players. So that's really, really good news. How is our manager rating down to 88? I haven't even played a Premier League game yet. It's just such a broken system. It really is. But we'll go back into training. Geraldes is 77 now. Okay, that's good. We're going to get him to 78 soon by the looks of it. Worrell and Van Drongelen still doing well. And here he is in the team. He fits in perfectly. I am going to miss Osborne quite a bit because he's a good player, but I need someone that actually is built for that position. And Osborne isn't. He's actually a left midfielder, but I've been using him at centre mid. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to use Osborne in this formation. It might be better to switch out to, you know, the 3-4-3 that I was talking about, going 3 at the back. But Galdamez, Geraldes, very similar names, and Cash. They're going to be my midfield trio there. So I still think I need one more midfielder, and also I want a new centre-back. And the reason I've got Tuanzebe here, not only because I want to sign him, but also because they've changed his picture. As you may have known, they accidentally gave him Fosu Mensah's picture, which was a bit of a viral joke on the day when it happened, and it stayed for a while, but they've actually gone ahead and fixed it. That's his real face now. I believe he had a face before. I don't know why they changed it, but anyway, I would love to get Tuanzebe. He is loan listed, but I reckon we could probably buy him relatively cheap. We're looking at 2 to 2.5 million, and we've got tons of money in the wages, so we can definitely do this. Let's go ahead and offer that 2 million. Let's see what they say to that. They'll probably say no, but he would be absolutely perfect in this team. I'm sure of it. He's got perfect work rates for it. Now, in terms of midfielders, I'm not really interested in Pineda anymore, although he is absolutely fantastic. I'm not looking to sign him at this point. We've got a bunch of other midfielders here that I'm scouting, and maybe one of them will be perfect. Oh my God, they've accepted it. £2 million for Tuanzebe. He's got an incredible potential in this game. I'm really surprised they went for that. So we'll offer him the full amount, 4 years, but only give him important first team player. He's probably not going to get into the team straight away unless I do change to the 3 at the back formation. But as you can see, we do have our first game of the season coming up. It is Ipswich. Shame it's not a big Premier League side, but that's okay. International management offer, no thank you. Not right now. But I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to end it here. I want to start episode 2 of season 2 with our first game of the season. We've done quite a lot in this episode. I know there hasn't been any gameplay, so to speak, but hopefully you've still enjoyed it. And I cannot wait to get into the Premier League games. This will be an interesting first one. We should win this against Ipswich, who came up with us. I was hoping it'd be someone like Chelsea or Arsenal to really give me a good first game. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. And you will find out in the next episode if we get to Zebe and also another midfielder.